Hi everyone! For today's drawing, we are going to start by this time finding the exact center of our paper. So if you're using your main lesson book paper, which is probably the best paper we have on hand right now for this, that paper measures 9.25 by 12.5 inches. So what you can do is take your ruler, and for this edge that measures 9.25, we are going to cut that in half. So what's half of 9? 4.5. What's half of a quarter? 1/8. So I'm going to first go to 4.5 and then go 1/8 more. And just mark that because that's exactly halfway on that end. Then on the other side, it's 12.5 inches. So what's half of 12? 6. I line it up straight with that edge. So half of 12 is 6, then half of a half is a quarter. So I'm going to go 6.25 right there and make a mark. I'm going to do that on the other edges as well. So on the short edge, I can remember, oh yeah, I went 4.5 and then 1/8. This side. Now the edges curve on the paper on this end, so I like to go right where the curve ends and line that up. And I'm going to go to 6.25. So I've made 4 little marks here. I'm going to erase my dimensions. Sorry, when I erase it's going to shake. So then I can line up as best I can, one tick mark to the other, and then just make a light line in the middle of that. Then this tick mark to the other, which to your eye it might look slanted, but it's not because you measured it precisely. And now I can see, I made a line and I can see where those two lines intersect, and that's my exact center of my paper. Pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just erase those little tick marks. This allows us, when we find the exact center, to make the biggest circle possible, and then in the end it just, it's aesthetically pleasing to have it exactly centered. Okay, so for our drawing, we are starting again with 6 circles overlapping each other, dividing each other, but then we're going to go ahead and do 12 circles total from there. So we're going to be starting the same way that we did our other drawings. And we want a radius of 2 inches, so I set up my compass at 2. And I make my first circle, and you're familiar with this process. So I'm going to do it quickly as I can, and you're welcome to fast forward this because you already know how to do this. I can start my first circle on any point of the outer edge of my circle. I can just set my compass on the edge of any part, and that should go through the center. You're welcome to move your paper around too. That makes it easier to keep your compass at 2 inches. I'm not going to, just because I want you to be able to see it. But if it's not crossing through the center, you know you need to readjust. There's 2 circles. Set it on that intersecting point. Good, it's going through the center, and I'm seeing that first petal emerge. not quite crossing in the center there, so I want to make sure I'm really precise and exact here. So I'm resetting. Good. Okay. So that's the six circle division that we did before. So I'm going to stop the video there.